Hey everybody, welcome to Diesel Nation's first official UK team call. I just said before, I'm like sweating, I'm nervous, I don't know why, but this is, to me, like I'm giddy with excitement. I'm nervous about what's to come. I hope that you guys feel the same way. The energy that is happening right now within Team Beachbody, I have never experienced before in my 7 years of coaching. So before we get into our presentation, we've put together a nice presentation for you guys. Let me introduce myself. My name is Cristina Delgado, and I am the co-founder of Diesel Nation. And my sister Becky, who's on the call, who's going to kick us off with sharing her story, then I'll share my story, and then kind of the story of our team. We wanted to, before launch day, before October 19th, before we even step on a plane and head over to London, that you know who Diesel Nation is, right? Because you probably have a contact with someone in Diesel Nation that is mentoring you through this process, that is kind of holding your hand as we prepare for the upcoming couple of weeks where you guys will be able to officially become Team Beachbody coaches, which to me is amazing. It gives me chills because 7 years ago, this opportunity was introduced to me from my very own sister, and my life has never ever been the same. And I'm hopeful. I pray that that is the same experience that you are about to embark on. So what can we expect in this call? First, we're going to try to keep it as short as possible. Sometimes when you have a lot of information to cover, these calls can drag on. We don't want that to happen. We want to be efficient and effective with our time. So what we're going to do is kind of share our story, share our history, talk about the launch, and Thomas is actually going to share a little bit about the history of Team Beachbody over in the UK, plus what to expect once you are there, but even if you're not there, right? Because a lot of times, even our US-based coaches can't go to London. Some of you guys that are already in the UK can't make it to the Beachbody event. Like, what does that mean? And what do we expect after? And of course, what are we going to do at our own team's training event, which is going to happen on Sunday, October 22nd, which I hope to see a lot of you up close and personal, and to be able to meet you in person. That's going to be amazing. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Becky, who is Diesel Nation coach number 1, right? She's the one that signed up first, who has created and snowballed this entire organization to what it is today. And we'll talk about that in just a second. Becky?
So thank you so much. And I also share in the excitement. This is, it's a unique experience for Cristina and I, because when Canada launched back in 2011, we were baby coaches, and we really didn't have a grasp yet on the business. So it wasn't as exciting for us to start, because we were just navigating our businesses to begin with in the United States. But this is special and this is different, and we're really, really excited to bring you this call and this information and to get to know each and every one of you. So a little bit about me and my story. I started as a Beachbody customer back 9 years ago when my second son was born, and I started P90X. And really, my best friend introduced me to the program, and I fell in love from day one. I'm very much into fitness, and just knowing that I could work out at home transformed everything for me. I really gained a lot of confidence through P90X. I shed all the baby weight in 5.5 months, and I never stopped. I just kept on coming back for more. I did Insanity, and it really took me 2.5 years before I guess the opportunity fell in my lap. I was not paying attention to what was going on with the coaching and all of that. I really had a different idea of what coaching was, and I felt that I didn't need it. But in 2010, the finances were tough. We were in a lot of financial trouble at home, and our house, we were facing foreclosure. With the markets collapsing, and Larry and I, my husband, we earned a decent income, but the money was just not enough to cover the amount of debt that we were in. And that's when the universe blessed me with the Team Beachbody opportunity. I really saw the opportunity right away. I have always been into businesses. My sister and I, we've had 3 or 4 businesses since we were children. So knowing that I could start a business in fitness, that has always been my passion, I ran with it. And luckily, my sister joined 1 month later. She just wanted the discount for Shakeology, but I'll let her talk about that. It just snowballed for me, and I never stopped. And I really understood that this business could transform my life. I was not, at that moment in time, I was not going to let my career in construction. I did have a 6-figure income in the construction industry. I was a senior estimator, so I had a stressful job in a male-dominated industry, and I was tired of the hours. I was tired of the stress. I was tired of not being fulfilled in my life, and I was tired of missing my kids' events and having to pass them on to my mom because I had to be at work. So that, in essence, helped me develop my why, and I saw the opportunity. I knew that this business could do this for me. It could release all that pressure, and it just changed me as a person. I used to be very, very introverted and shy. Now I'm here, I've spoken on a stage with my sister in front of 16,000 people, something I never thought I would do. I'm a former introvert. I'm not going to label myself like that anymore. And I'm living the life that I never thought possible. I was able to build my business and replace my 6-figure income in 3 years, and also help retire my husband as well. And now we're just present for our family. We have our own businesses, and we're living the life that I never thought was possible. So I just welcome you to dream that this is possible. This business is unique, and the products speak for themselves. And I think you'll find that our team is unique in its family culture and the dynamic of Christina and I. Christy?
Yeah. So what Becky didn't tell you is that she's super fit.
Oh, I forgot.
And I want everyone to really, and can you just help me out? I want this to be casual. Does having the presentation up, is that annoying to people, or do you like it? Thumbs up, is it good? Or would you rather see faces? Anyone?
No, it's fine to me.
It's fine? Okay. Because, it's really simple. I kind of want that family feel for this call, and I don't know if this kind of throws it off. But Becky, when she came into this business, really came in and started working her business right away, but she had this phenomenal fitness background. She got in amazing shape with P90X and Insanity, and that has continued, which is something that I like to highlight because I think it's important. And you guys are going to hear a lot about this as we gear up, as we start training, as we talk about the vital behaviors. But my sister's fitness journey has never ended. It's only gotten better. And 7 years into her business, a thriving business, fitness has always been a priority for her, for a lot of us. But I just wanted to highlight her commitment to her fitness because it is one of those really key components to growing a team Beachbody business. And you're going to hear a lot, especially from us, that this is not, I guess I should say, we do not tend to push so much on the business unless you are 100% committed to your own fitness. That causes an incredible belief in what we do. And I think that's the key. If you come in saying, I want to make some money, which is great. I want you to make money. I make money. You're going to make money. We're all going to make money, and it's going to be fantastic. But at the same time, that belief, that core deep belief in what we do as health and fitness coaches when we can affect our lives personally at a very substantial level, then you're just going to ooze passion for Beachbody, and that turns into a business. So I wanted to highlight that. Becky and I, as well as some of the coaches on this call, including Monica, who is going to be joining my team on October 19th, are in the 80-day obsession test group, which is super amazing. You guys are going to get to experience that in January. And, it just, being a part of this process has really solidified the fact that if you want a healthy, thriving, growing business, fitness always has to be on the forefront of that, because this is what we do. So thank you, Becky. Now let me just share very briefly a little bit about me, how I came into Team Beachbody, and you know, kind of my take on this incredible opportunity that to me is still a blessing each and every day. So 7 years ago, I watched my big sister get in incredible shape with P90X and Insanity. And I was a mom of a 2-year-old, and I was pregnant with my son, DJ. And I knew that I needed to do something, because after having my daughter, Marley, I was a couch potato. I had zero energy. I was at the time, I call myself a baby lawyer back then, about 3 years into the practice of law. I worked at a big law firm here in Miami, Florida, you know, and all that comes with that. I don't think I have to share that it was stressful, time consuming, and all that jazz. And I found myself in a place where I couldn't get to the gym anymore. I was feeling horrible about myself, and I needed to do something. And of course, I have my big sister as a role model, so she did it, and then I said, well, I guess I can do that too, right? I can get up early, I can work out. And then when she became a coach, I became her Shakeology guinea pig. She literally said, I don't know what this thing is, but can you drink it? Because it's part of my new business, and I need a success story with it. So I said, okay, I'll drink that green shake. And so I drank the green shake, and it changed my life. If you are on Beachbody On Demand right now and you let your workout kind of go to the end, I'm the girl that says I didn't eat vegetables, not a single vegetable, and now I'm drinking them for breakfast. That's me. I was an Emerald coach back then when I filmed that, and at that point, I had already lost 65 pounds with our programs and Shakeology. So I started my business with a core and deep belief in Shakeology, and I'm so excited for you guys to have that in your toolbox to help other people, you know, achieve these healthy lifestyles, which is the, you know, what we do as coaches. So I didn't believe in the business though. I didn't want to partake in the business. I was a lawyer, and I defined myself as a lawyer, and I wanted to be a kick butt lawyer, and I wanted to make a lot of money as a lawyer, and I wanted to try cases, and I wanted to do all of that. And being a network marketer or being a part of a business like this really wasn't ever something that I wanted to do. Although my sister went like head first into the business, I put the brakes on her and I said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to sell anything. And I don't want to spend my weekends hosting parties for people to come try our shakes and our workouts. Like that's not going to happen. But luckily she asked me to attend an event with her on a Saturday. And it was a live Beachbody event called Super Saturday. I'm sure you've heard of them. And that event changed my life. I walked into this room and I heard success stories from coaches. I saw my sister light up. I saw just in having conversations with people, how they lit up hearing about how this P90X thing and how Shakeology changed their life, not only physically, but financially. And I just started to pay attention, and I paid attention to the video that was played that day. And they said, you know, you could do this too. And I'm like, yeah, I have a very competitive spirit. So you'll get to know that about me as we go through this, my sister as well, but as we go through this process of getting to know each other. And they said, hit Success Club. And if you hit Success Club, you can go on a trip. And that's how my business was started, because I wanted to go on this trip. Fast forward through all of that, you guys, through many years of ups and downs, lots of trials and tribulations, learning the business, because let me tell you, I still learn things every day. And of course, this process of launching in the UK forces you to learn new things every single day. So as a new coach, you'll do the same. But I am very proud of the team that my sister and I have built. And I say have built, but it's not us that have built it. It is the amazing coaches that have joined us that have built it. We were just the first to say yes, right? That we were just the first to say yes. And then we created this amazing tribe of men and women. I call ourselves the United Nations of Beachbody. I say that on all of our coach sneak peeks. Our team is very diverse. our team, we have obviously, since my sister and I are from Miami, we have many coaches, Hispanic coaches. We have, I mean, you just name it, that is Diesel Nation. We are extremely diverse in religion, in sexual orientation, in looks, in size, in everything. And I really take pride in that. That is one thing that in my heart I know is special about our organization, that it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you look like. You are home when you are part of our team. And the reason I share this with you is because I want you to embrace that too, right? I want you to embrace that part of our team culture because it's important. And that has made us stand out over the course of the last 7 years. So Becky, would you like to now take over and talk about our amazing tradition of excellence in building our business?
Yes. So I love that we have this family feel, and we have, opened our hearts to a lot of different kinds of people, because we have always felt that in general, people need a place where they belong. And I think our team does a really great job, because since we're sisters, we bring this close knit network. But whatever definition of success that you're looking for in your life, and whatever it is that you're looking for as far as coaching, because some people want to be part of a team, some people really want to make a lot of money. Wherever you stand, we have always prided ourselves in the unity, and in that is the tradition of excellence. And my sister and I, like she said, we're very, very competitive, so we've always pushed ourselves to continue to grow, to continue pushing the envelope, and to outdo what we've always done in the past. And with that, we have found some excellent leaders that have also stepped in and helped us develop this culture of excellence and positivity, and also expanding that ripple effect to customers and coaches around the US and Canada. So both of my sister and I were the only sisters that are Superstar Diamond coaches and in the Million Club, sorry, that's the old name. We have numerous people who are Star Diamonds. We have team leaders and organization leaders, and also executive leaders, which is, you'll learn about that, but that's the leadership ladder. And it's another way for our coaches to develop themselves and their organizations into profitable and dynamic systems of we're all winning. We're working together to win. We have over 25 elite, premier, and multi-elite coaches in the last 7 years, which we're very, very proud of. We've had numerous coaches head to the New Leader Conference, which is held at the beginning of the year, which is a really special event. Every year we send new coaches there, and we're very proud of the solid history that we have in terms of Success Club, All-Stars, and Legends. Again, here in our team, we're pushing success, whatever that means to you. So we encourage you to find the vision, to find where you stand. We're never going to push our goals on you. We want you to flourish, to feel confident in what we're doing. That will help you with belief, and also spread the love of Beachbody with your friends and family.
Absolutely. We share this information so that you understand as you come in, whether it's with Jamie, who's one of our Star Diamond coaches, or in her organization that has really taken a strong approach to this launch in the United Kingdom, which I'm so very proud of, who has built an amazing team. She is a Star Diamond, has many Star Diamonds in her organization, multi-elite coaches. To Monica Lopez, I know she's on the call. I can't see everybody, so now I'm guesstimating who's on. Danielle McKean, all of these coaches who have come on, and we highlight this to show that it's not just Becky and I. And I'll tell you that for a long time, it was that, right, Jamie? Mm-hmm. I know you're there. Like, for a long time, I felt like Becky and I, not a long time, but a couple of years when we were getting our feet wet, were the ones advancing, the ones generating the income. And then all of a sudden, we realized that, what are we doing for our team? We got to help our team thrive. And so now we have systems. We have mastermind groups. We do leadership calls. we help people help people. And so that's the environment that you're stepping into. All of this stuff might be in Chinese to a lot of people. I know when I started the group, the business, things like Team Cycle Bonus and Diamond and all that stuff was like, what? I just want to sell Shakeology, you know, like that's all I want to do. It's a little over your head, but we highlight this now so that you can dream. Like my sister mentioned at the beginning, you know, yes, on October 19th or whenever you become a coach will be your day one, but this can be your future. You know, this can be a year from now, or 2 years from now, or 3 years from now, and all of it is very fun and exciting. So the big picture, let me get down. The big picture, and this is a boring slide. I should have made this one more exciting. But I want to tell you what our take on launching in the UK means to us so that you understand. It's very easy, trust me, because I've been there, and I sometimes have to like put my glasses on, my blinders on, and not look to the right, not look to the left. It's very easy at this point in time to see a lot of commotion going on with the launch. You see a lot of people posting, you see a lot of people traveling, you see a lot of people doing things to obviously grow your business, just like we are. But when Beachbody announced about 2 or 3 months ago that we were going to the UK, I remember having this enormous sense of anxiety come over my body. And I know Jamie had this feeling, Becky had this feeling. We were freaked out. We didn't know where to start. We didn't know what to do. And this was the first time, like Becky said, our first international launch. We were practically new into the business, so we really didn't touch Canada. And so it was quite the different experience now. But we sat down. I said, ladies, we can either do one of two things. We can try to, you know, just gather a lot of people, just, you know, gather a lot of people and numbers, and just, you know, do that. Or we can make some key connections with people that we've developed deep relationships with to help us build Diesel Nation in the UK. And we chose the latter. We chose the latter way to do this. And the reason why is because we have never, ever in our history been a team that will sponsor 1 million coaches and then just kind of say, well, sink or swim, you know, like you either make it or you don't. We've never been that way. I personally sponsor between 5 and 10 coaches a month. That's my goal, because that's as much as I want to do. I don't want to have 50 coaches and I don't know their name. I don't know where they're from. I don't know, you know, what they like to do. I don't know what their kids' names are. I don't know what their spouse's or partner's name is. Like, I don't want that in my business. So why would we change that now? Why would we do something different? So the big picture with this, and this is what's going to happen not only now with the UK, but in the future as we go into other territories, which is exciting, is do the same thing, is build relationships with key individuals who are then going to build their businesses where they live. I cannot sit here and pretend to understand your culture perfectly. I'm still asking stupid questions on Facebook about what to wear when I go to London. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to embrace Diesel Nation and then go do what you know how to do, which is build relationships with your tribe and utilizing us as the learning, as the mentorship, as the tools to then go ahead and do it over there. So I hope you embrace that too. I think that's what is a little bit unique here. So you might not see 1 million people on this call, but I actually like that, you know, because I don't want you guys to be a notch on a belt, if that makes sense. I want you to feel welcomed. I want you to feel part of what we've built here in the last 7 years, and that you are now the future of this organization going forward. So Becky, you want to talk about when we head over to London?
So we're super excited because we've never been. And I actually don't know what to wear. Is it cold? I think so, right? It's probably cold. I don't like the cold, but okay. All right, so Christina and I, we're gonna be arriving on the 19th, right? Very early in the morning, I think it is. It's an exciting time, so get ready for a lot of events. We're gonna have team gatherings, so just be ready for maybe meeting up on Friday night for some cocktails. Saturday is the big day, and don't forget, the 19th is the sign-up day. It's launch day, so that day is gonna be crazy in itself. Make sure that we're all in contact, and I'm sure that you'll be talking with your sponsor and have everything, all the details ironed out on that day. Then Saturday, Beachbody is hosting their events. Remember, there's 2 events. Make sure that you purchase your tickets. There's some workouts. I think there's workouts both events, right? Okay, so Saturday is the complete day, is Beachbody Day, and we'll probably do something Saturday night together as a team. Sunday, we're really excited to have our launch party and training. So we also have 80 seats available, and we want to fill that room, guys. So right now, what we encourage you to do is not to wait till the day before to start inviting people. Now is the time to start getting on the phone with your friends, your family, people who love fitness, people who've heard of Beachbody, people who know Shanti. I know that in the UK, Shanti is pretty big. Now is the time to start talking to them and inviting them, because we have 80 seats, 80 tickets available for the Diesel Nation event, and we want to fill that room. We want to get to know you. We want to be able to bring our heart and passion into that room, so that you can feel the love and what we're going to do together as an organization. So don't forget to start inviting the people that you know to that.
So next, I want to invite Thomas to unmute himself, and we'll get into in just a second what we're going to do at our event. But I want to take this time to introduce you to Thomas Parrott. I had the privilege of meeting Tom at, do you go by Tom or Thomas?
Thomas.
Thomas, okay. Of meeting Thomas at Summit, and it was like a whirlwind. It was like, hey, hi, let's talk. Okay, good, run, you know, like it was like that. But ever since we got back from Summit, he has checked in with me a whole lot about our plans for the UK. And when I said, we have a call, would you jump on? He did not hesitate. So he is our UK corporate contact, and he'll explain kind of that process, but also what to expect with this monumental event that's about to happen, and also what to expect at the Beachbody event. So Thomas, take it over.
Hey everyone. So look, first of all, thank you for inviting me to the call, Becky and Christina. It's an honor to be part of the call. And congratulations on what a team for all your North American coaches that you have right now. What an amazing achievement. And to those of you in the UK who are now on this call and forming part of this team, wow, I mean, this is what you've got yourselves into, and it's spectacular. This is going to be a great team for you. And these ladies certainly know how to put a team together, how to get the training, and how to get the best experience for you, and to help you build your Beachbody business as well. So I'm very excited for you all, and I'm just going to give you a quick background for some of you, because I know quite a lot of the North Americans, especially the Brits, kind of know us, but maybe they don't know everything. So this is why this is a really amazing experience that everyone's going to enjoy launching in the UK, is because we're not doing this from nothing. We've come from this is 8 years actually. In fact, this month is 8 years of being on TV in the UK. We actually started testing TV with Insanity, Brazil Powerlift, and P90X in September, October 2010, when I was first working with Beachbody on projects. And then when I joined formally in January 2011, when we really ramped up and started to throw a lot of money at media. And so actually over the years, we've spent many millions of pounds on TV media to advertise the Beachbody programs and brand. And so that's a lot of you Brits will have, yeah, there you are, I see already, 2012 Insanity, exactly. So a huge brand for us. And when we look at the consumer research that we do, Insanity was frequently first, second, or third in the brand recognition, as well as all of our brands tended to make it into the top 20 fitness brand recognition, which is incredible when people look at a TV brand, and they very often just sort of look a bit down on a TV brand. But I think we proved everyone that the Insanity was a real life program that, I mean, we took it to the max there, and we spent more money than anyone else on TV, and we had some great results. So over the years, we've been running campaigns across all the Beachbody brands. You take that now, and we build out that on social media, and we use lots of other tools to keep driving the Beachbody brand and the individual fitness brands. And last year, we did a lot of work on Beachbody On Demand. I think we were one of the most heavily advertised what we call short forms on TV, which is spots TV ads. I'm pretty sure we looked at some of the data, and we were spending more money than nearly everyone on TV in those spots. So we've already been building a brand, and we'll continue to do that. In 2013, those of you who are into the personal training or went to gyms or just understood that part of the business would have realized that we launched our Insanity workouts for Beachbody Live. And so Beachbody Live was a project that I helped bring to the UK as well. And we've been very successful. I mean, huge success with that launch in the UK. Had an amazing representation of personal trainers who came to us and did a Beachbody Live certification for Insanity. And of course, we've rolled that out. We have PIO, we have P90X. As some of you may have seen, we did Quarter Force recently with a big launch in London, a press launch in London on that. We have Size launching next quarter. So we're constantly bringing more brands to the UK for that as well. So already you're starting from a base of a business, which I don't think any direct selling business in the UK has ever come to the business to open up a direct selling business, network marketing business in the UK off the back of 8 years of TV advertising. It's just unheard of, and nobody's really done. And so the power of the brand is immediately there. And I think people also understand, therefore, that this isn't just about direct selling, which is the concept that Beachbody is always talking about. We just want to help people, and we want our coaches to help people, and that's how the business works. And so I'm sure you'll hear a lot more of that from Christina and from Becky and the other coaches, but people know us as being a helping company. I think that's really important. And then we add to this now the final stage, which is the nutrition and the coach network. So yeah, we had some nutrition in the UK in the past from Beachbody, but now we have Shakeology, and hopefully you all know the flavors now that you have in the UK. So the chocolate vegan, chocolate whey, strawberry and vanilla, and we'll have the small packets, they call them in the US, sachets as we call them here. We'll have sample packs. So all of that information is going to start being proliferated to you. So prices and products available will be proliferated on the week of the 2nd of October. And so some of you understand that due to regulatory framework here, we have to be super careful about how we deliver information so we don't seem like we're doing business in the UK too early. So we are. So that's some of the reasons why there's a sort of frustration amongst us that we'd love to give you everything we can right now. But that will come forward very soon. And so you're going to have not only Shakeology, but also the Beachbody Performance 2 products, Energize and Recover. So Beachbody Performance line, for those of you who are on the Beachbody pre-launch call with Dr. Nima this time last week, it was amazing to hear how that product has really had so much scientific research built into it. And so we see so many opportunities for different parts of the business. So that gives you a really good starting point for where we are. We have a team in the UK already. We have a fulfillment center both in Holland, in Netherlands. We have a fulfillment center which is already holds stock of Shakeology, and we're going to post some more pictures of details of that. But we also have our return center in the UK as well. So we have kind of hedged our bets on how this whole Brexit thing is going to go as well, just in case. So we have, this is a company that is definitely planning to make sure we don't get caught out. And then we have a team in place in the UK. So we already had a team, of course, before for our network marketing business. And now we add to that a sales manager called SJ Rossiter, who hopefully lots of you have seen already on social media. And some of you may have had a chance to speak or have calls. And I would really urge you to work with Christina and Becky and your uplines to get calls with her if you feel like that's something you'd like to do. She's open for business with calls. She has a post on her Facebook page, I think, which has her calendar list so you can get calls with her. And she's from the field. She was a Body by Guy rep, distributor, if you will, a couple of years ago. She's worked in corporate as well for Avon, so she's been out there. She knows what it's like to do to do the concept of being a coach or being in the field. So she knows all of those things. She understands the challenges as well as being on the corporate side. So she is able to really help. And I've seen some of the stuff she's done already with prospective coaches, and it's really outstanding. So definitely connect with her as well. So we're going to have a team, and of course that team will expand. And I think your coaches, your North American coaches for Brits will help explain to you what the sales team in Utah do. And that same level of support will hit the UK as well. So that gets you kind of towards the 19th of October, hopefully. And hopefully you'll already have seen some of the videos we've done. Hopefully some of you watched Kim Carver just now talking about the 4 vital behaviors, and I'm sure lots of work will go on to that with your coaches as well. The 19th, so huge day for us. I've been working on this concept since about 2011 or 12 or something like, probably the end of 2011. I seem to remember talking about UK Coach Network. So it's been, you guys think you've been waiting a long time, but this has been a long time coming for me as well. We are going to give you the time as near as damn it that the system will go live. And bear in mind that we're spinning this system up with data over the course of the night to make sure that, and so once the data is completely filled into the system properly from the bonus run of the Thursday nights, which the US coaches will understand, the North American coaches will understand, that then allows us to turn on our system and make sure it's populated with data. Then you will be able to start registering. Now, I'm going to tell you that you need to make sure, the UK people need to make sure that they are very, very closely in touch with their uplines, with their sponsoring coach. So do not do anything. Do not log in or try to do anything until you've spoken to your person who's going to be your upline, who's your sponsor. Because you could mess everything up in terms of your placement if you do it wrong. And you could end up just hitting the wrong key and ending up with some coach in Idaho that you've never heard of and you've never understood. You can't even work out where Idaho is. So now you have to make sure that you have connected with your coach and they've told you when to basically go live and what to do, and they'll talk you through it. Now we're going to do a lot of videos on the registration process, and SJ will be leading the charge on that with Arno. So you will see videos and demonstrations in the run up to launch, which hopefully will make you very familiar with this, because for North American coaches, they won't necessarily see the system. There are some videos that are out already that Michael has done and on the round table. So some of you will have seen some of the stuff that's going on and some of the videos, but yes, you need to familiarize, North Americans will need to familiarize themselves just as much as UK people. Once you have registered, then it takes around 10 to 20 minutes, depending. I think it's like depending on a number of different factors, but 10 to 20 minutes for all the data to populate properly, and you can start placing orders and doing all sorts of things. Now, we'll go through all that in the video, of course, and then your order can be placed, and of course, we start picking it in Holland and shipping it back to the UK for you to enjoy your Shakeology or whatever it is you're ordering on that day, your challenge pack, whatever. So that's the 19th covered. And so I can't stress enough, talk to your sponsoring coach and then make sure that all the people you're planning to sponsor don't do anything weird either. So next stage is we're going to all take a breath on Friday, hopefully, probably not me, but the rest of you. You guys will meet and you'll connect, and on Saturday we will host the London event. Now the London event is going to be the same thing twice, the morning session and the afternoon session at the Park Lane Hilton, fabulous venue in the Grand Ballroom, one of the most spectacular ballrooms in London, I think, and a huge space for us to, first of all, get you registered, get you sat down and listen to a few different people speak. So we're going to have Carl and Isabel speak. We're going to have John Congdon speak. Of course, Carl and Isabel are going to talk about Shakeology. Carl is going to do a talk about the Beachbody and the business, where it came from. John Congdon is going to talk about the opportunity and his opinions, and he was been really closely allied to the international part of the business with me. I've worked for him from the very beginning. And then we're going to have Michael Neiman and Jeff Hill do sections on recognition, on the compensation plan, and just making sure you get an understanding of that from the Beachbody corporate perspective. Not that you would not already have had lots of training on those kind of aspects, but I would say one of the things that I've learned in trying to understand all of the various moving parts of this business, and I don't come from a network marketing background. I run the company for Beachbody, and I jumped into this as the network marketing part. And I can tell you that it takes a little while to really understand all of these little factors. What is an elite? Why is that important? All of these things. So don't feel like frustrated if you don't get it straight away. It took me a long time, and I had Doug Moss and Kim Carver teaching me personally one-to-one, and so it took me a little time. Once you live it, it becomes really easy, but it takes a few weeks to live it and understand why something becomes important. So don't freak out, and just use your coach to help you to understand, and just ask the stupid questions. I asked some really daft questions all the way through. So we'll go through the recognition, and then we'll have some success stories. We're excited to have some British success stories. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in as well. But and then you will be let go into another room while we tidy up the room for the workout, and we will then show and let you taste 2 different Shakeology recipes that we've got: a chocolate and a vanilla flavored Shakeology recipe. I think a vegan chocolate and the whey vanilla, and we've got we're going to do some blending and do some nice recipes for you there. So you will have the opportunity on that day to try Shakeology. And then some of you who are lucky enough to have got in quick with the workout, and we apologize we couldn't get more people into that room, but as some of you Brits will certainly be aware, health and safety comes first here, and we could only fit so many people into that room. So then Sean will do a workout, and the rest of you will be able to hang out, talk to each other, talk to us, and then we'll let you go and get some lunch. And we'll basically repeat exactly the same format in the afternoon to the evening. Of course, the next day you're all going to have your meetings. Carl, myself, Jeff, Michael, SJ, Arno, various other people from corporate, a lot of people coming in from the US are going to be on hand to talk to you as well. So Christina and Becky, I'm sure, are going to connect with myself and Jeff and Michael in particular, and see if we can come and meet you. We're going to try and get Carl to as many of your meetings as possible as well on that Sunday. So that's our aim anyway. It's going to be like supermarket sweep for him to go around to as many meetings as possible. And so that kind of concludes how we are going to work out. There will be a wake-up call, a British wake-up call that Monday, which we'll announce. SJ is going to talk more about. And we will start to also ask the UK people to start thinking about being on that call in the same way. So that will be a call for Brits. And so you should start thinking, what can I say on that call? And would it be good for me to be on that call, and start to reach out to SJ once we announce that formally, that we're looking for people who would be interested in representing the UK on the UK Network Marketing National Wake Up Call. And then, so this is yet to be formally announced, but after Thanksgiving, after US Thanksgiving, so what's that? That's the 24th, 25th, something around that date, that the right? November. So the last week of November into the beginning of December, we will try and do some regional visits. So we'll fly Arno back over, I think, and we'll do some regional trips. So something in Scotland, something in the north, something in the Midlands, something hopefully in the west, and something else in London. So that you will now have had some time to build your prospects and bring some people to the meetings if you want to give them a kickstart again. So that'll be a totally different kind of meeting. It'll be more about meeting people from corporate and getting support on on an evening in a city around the country. So we'll announce more of those things as we go. And of course, we just came out of a Super Saturday, which the UK didn't do Super Saturday. We did have people who had events. There was a charity event in London, but that wasn't really a Super Saturday per se. It was a charity event that some of the master trainers put together, but they wanted to do it on the Super Saturday, and it was great for them to want to do that. They raised lots of money. But from January, when we have the proper Super Saturdays, then we will, I think the first one will probably help with a lot of the organising. The first one, because it'll be too soon for everyone to get themselves together. But we were expecting you to start thinking about market councils. Christina and Becky are definitely going to be talking to you about that. And start to put your ideas together for your local Super Saturday, what your market council can do, and start to, once we announce the concept of market council, so don't get too busy yet, just wait for SJ to announce that we're looking for market councils, and we will then pick up the pieces there and work with you on a market council for your region and the Super Saturday for your region. The aim that I have set as a Super Saturday is that certainly we'll get, in January we're aiming to have a celebrity trainer over. Certainly we'll have some more people from corporate. We may even try and get Kim Carver over. The aim is that by January 2019, we are so busy with Super Saturdays that there's no point in us hiring a jet like Carl does and flying around the US, but I have set a target that you will be so busy with your Super Saturdays that we will require that you have a piece of ground we can land our helicopter on in order to meet as many of you as possible. And that's the target we have set at corporate, is that by January 2019, you have got Super Saturdays in so many places and they're so big that we're going to come by helicopter and land on your Super Saturday. So that's the target. We need your help to make that happen. So there you go.
Wow. I don't know about you guys, but I'm now even more excited than I was at 3:30 when we started this call. Thomas, first of all, incredible information. Thank you for being forthcoming and sharing all of that about what to expect at the events. Can we agree that that was helpful, you guys? Thumbs up. That was super.
Anytime you want to know more, then post on the wall. There's the FAQ has been updated. FAQ 1000 has been updated. So we're really trying to train everyone now to look at FAQs. And I'm sure, again, the North American friends will be very good at showing you where the FAQs are and how to search for them and what's useful and etc. So yeah, work on that basis as well. And just one other thing that I think will be useful is on day one, of course, we expect that there will be people who need to call coach relations and figure out stuff, and something goes awry or the replacement's slightly wrong. Coach relations are, we're loaded up with staff on the first few days for sure. We have corporate support in El Segundo as well from the team leaders, from Jess Calhoun, so lots of you, the North Americans, will know these names, and we will make sure that there is really good support so that if you need to speak to someone in coach relations, they will be available, and we'll hopefully be able to turn around calls really fast. So that service is going to be available, and there's going to be, of course, we'll have UK free phone numbers for that as well. The team, the best thing about the coach relations, from my point of view, I was very conscious that I did not want a different coach relations team for the UK to US or Canada, because it effectively makes the business way more complicated. So we have exactly the same people who are trained on all of the different countries. And obviously they're just interchanging pounds and dollars and a few other things, but that's really important for us. So it means that we have the maximum power for the teams, and you can you don't have to be transported from person to person just because you are talking about a UK person, then all of a sudden you're talking about a US person, now you've got to move to a different team. So you will have exactly the same service that you get from coach relations wherever you are in the world.
Wow, that's awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I'm more and more comfortable with how this launch is going to happen. It seems like Beachbody has crossed all of its T's and dotted all of its I's.
Well, let's hope so.
Well, I mean, clearly there's always going to be stuff, right?
And I think, look, we're going to try and manage all your expectations, of course, and you can never know what's going to happen on the day, but and hopefully everyone also will be a little bit patient if there are anything that goes slightly awry along the way. But our aim is that we think we have done the best launch that we can possibly get away with, given the various things that and I think you all know that this, from a technical point of view, we've managed to get the UK onto the new platform before everyone else, which is huge. The UK was like going to be basically the first people to have the brand new teambeachbody.com site, which is, for those of you who've seen the back of that or been at Summit and watched the presentations, it's a different class.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. really cool that our UK team will have access to the brand new Coach Online Office and all of that. Pretty much, I think it was like either before or right at the same time as us. And I know for a fact that US coaches who are watching this, we're gonna get training points on it, so that we're not lost as our UK coaches are coming on board. So find comfort in that. There was a point that we were like, okay, wait a second. This is gonna be a little bit chaotic if we don't understand the back office when we have all these new coaches coming on board. So really, they're doing an amazing job at getting this whole process streamlined, and I feel very comfortable and confident in this process.
And the FAQs for the new system are all will be up soon. I just saw all of the final ones for those. So the North American side who take comfort from FAQs, and that team who published those, they're going to be amazing as well. So yeah, I think that our aim is to make you have as much familiarity with the new system, so that when it gets switched on the 19th properly, it's not a big surprise what it looks like, and you can navigate it fairly easily. And I think we also try to make it as similar to the app, so that there is a little difference, so you can just switch between desktop and app really easily as well.
Awesome. That's perfect.
Awesome.
Great information there, Thomas. I truly appreciate your time in coming on board and giving us all this information, because it's necessary, right? At this point, we are just information gatherers, so that on the 19th, we can really do this properly, move forward on the right step, all lockstep together, right? That all of us are on the same page. So I really, really appreciate that. I just want to touch on a few things that Thomas said that are going to be relevant for us, and that I think is exciting for you. Number one, he mentioned market councils and Super Saturdays. So not to pat ourselves on the back, but I will. I'm gonna pat ourselves in the back. Diesel Nation was really founded on the platform of events and Super Saturdays, and the model that we have created in Miami for our events have been the model that then the rest of the United States and Canada use in their events. So we have that aspect of the business down packed. So just hearing the goal that Thomas has on events and making sure there's a lot of events happening in the UK, rest assured that whoever decides to take on a market council role, which by the way, the market council started in Miami, I love to say that. Right. And the process of selecting market council members came from us as well. Okay, I'm gonna stop bragging. We'll help you every step in the way to facilitate that process. So, and then the second thing I'm very proud to share, and it's already up in the Coach Online Office for US coaches to see, and Beachbody Corporate will be announcing this Friday, but I will be speaking at one of the corporate sponsored events. So I'm one of the panelists for the second session. So if you are attending the second session, you'll get to see me and hear me speak. I'm really nervous, you guys. I've spoken, like Becky said, in front of 16,000 people at Summit. This past Summit, the rooms were like 8,000 people. We spoke 3 times each time. But this one has me, I think, most nervous. But I'm really proud. This is one thing I'll say for certain. I'm really proud that Diesel Nation will be represented on the official UK Beachbody event stage. So we're very, very proud of that. So
can I just say one more thing? I just saw someone put a question about Clean Week. So quickly, just so your whole team is updated. So your US North American launch of Clean Week is the first week of October. UK, because it doesn't have Shakeology, will not really have Clean Week until the 19th. So we will have all the products, the Shakeology sampler will be available from the 19th. So what I would suggest is watch these guys if you're in the UK, watch them really closely and learn everything about how they work Clean Week and how it works for their business. And US people and North America and Canadian, take a really good look at how you can train really quickly and create the documents that will make the best impact. They take all your learnings, all the errors, the things that you did well, didn't do so well, and pass that to your UK people on the 19th, because that's what they can suddenly take away with them as their first really great introduction into the concept of Beachbody on Demand and to Shakeology, of course. So yes, it's going to be available. If you are a bod subscriber already in the UK, you will be able to see the videos, the workouts for Clean Week, but you obviously won't have access to the Shakeology piece. That the whole system is going to change slightly from the 19th. However, if you're not a bod subscriber next week, or when we have with the actual launch in the US, then you won't actually be able to access the free content until the 19th, when that whole thing opens up again and we have a slightly different mechanism for sign up to bod. So that's kind of important, but I think it could be huge opportunity for the UK. To start with Clean Week just feels like a really great opportunity.
Yeah, so just to touch on that, because I agree with that statement that Clean Week is going to be a major touch point for not only in the UK, but also in the US. So Becky and I have created a launch plan for Clean Week. We call launch plans, for those of you that are coming new into the business, basically how you gear up for the release of a new product. What do you do? So just like 80-Day Obsession is coming in January, my sister has already created a launch plan for 80-Day Obsession. We created a launch plan for Clean Week. It's amazing. So our coaches have it already, US coaches. Now, US coaches, pass it on. Pass that Google document on to your coaches that are coming in so that they can start preparing and kind of getting in the right mindset for Clean Week. Because I do agree, Thomas, that that's going to be a breakthrough tool that is going to be helpful in introducing Shakeology, which we're going to touch on in just a second. But, that's going to be the key here, right? That you guys are already into fitness. We love fitness. We have BOD. We have all of that. It's how to educate people on Shakeology is going to be key to establishing a strong foundation for your business in the UK, in your hometown. So awesome. Thank you. I'm going to go back to my screen share 1 second because I want to talk quickly about, and I know we're almost at we're at an hour. So I'm going to be quick, but we're going to talk about our event in London. And Becky, do you want to jump in here? Do you want to talk about this? Or you want me to take this one?
Go ahead and take it. I'll take the next one.
Okay, good. All right. So we have planned our launch party and training on Sunday, October 22nd. Like Thomas said, we will have some special guests coming. We're already in contact with Beachbody Corporate. It's going to be good. Okay, I'm going to tell you that it's going to be good and you want to be there. We're hosting at the Athenaeum Hotel, which I understand is fairly close to where the corporate Beachbody event is. Okay, good. Linda's shaking her head and she knows what she's talking about. So it's going to be great. Like Becky said, we have an 80-person max in this event. It's a small, intimate room, exactly what we wanted. And the key to this is not only you coming, because we want to meet you in person. And obviously by this point we would have met because we're going to be in London, but that you bring people with you. You bring your family, you bring your friends. This business, I will say, mostly will start with your circle of trust. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but the circle of trust is your closest friends, your families, your co-workers. That's how Becky's business started. That's how my business started. Why? And the reason is very simple. Is because you already have built-in trust with these people. They already trust you. They trust your judgment. They trust your passion. The rest of the world, that will come. That will come when you start sharing on social media your journey and building trust with your audience. But when you have built-in trust, people will pay attention. That's why I went to Super Saturday with my sister 7 years ago. That literally ended up changing our lives forever. So keep that in mind. What are we going to do at this event? Number one, it's going to start with a very casual business presentation. So for your guests that you're bringing that didn't go to the Beachbody corporate sponsored event, they can get a feel for what we do. As coaches, who is Beachbody, why we're different. Becky's preparing a presentation on why fitness and Shakeology is important to your business. We're going to really get into that, not too complicated, kind of over the top, so that they feel comfortable in not only joining your future challenges, but joining your team and your team organization of coaches. So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to do a team training. Now, so you guys know, Becky, myself, and Jamie O'Rear are going to be kind of the heads of this event. So we're the ones that are going to be putting on the presentations, but there's going to be other US coaches there that are going to be chiming in, adding in their perspective and all of that. So Jamie is actually coming up with an amazing team training on what we do as coaches. And I'm going to touch on social media and mindset, which clearly that is going to be a big, big, big area of discussion as we start growing our businesses over in the UK, and why personal development and mindset training is so important. And then casual question and answer, networking, welcoming our special guests that are coming in. And we are working out details so that we have a photographer with us for headshots. So any of our brand new coaches that are joining us that are at our event can get a really nice headshot done for social media purposes, so that you can have on Facebook and on Instagram or whatever you use, so that you can get into that part of the business, which is, you know, showcasing who you are and telling your story on social media, etc. So it's going to be a great event, and we will be launching, this is important that you guys know this, on the 22nd, we will be launching our it's called Diesel Nation Academy. We are building our website that's going to house all of our training. And the reason why we're doing this is because we want you to have access to everything we know on day one. Clearly, you're not going to know everything on your day one, but we want you to feel confident in sponsoring coaches into your business on day one. We don't want you to wait to learn how to do this, that, and the other, and then, you know, stall any progress that you make in your business. So we're going to create a website, a password protected website. It's already in the works, where we're going to have all of our training loaded into this that you will then have access to share with your future teams. And I hope you're excited about that. It's going to be, first of all, it's going to be great for the US, but I think it's going to be even greater for our coaches coming in from the UK. And it's going to be called Diesel Nation Academy, DNA. You got to have the DNA. You guys get that? Yeah. Okay. We did that on purpose. So that's going to be super exciting, and we hope that you guys benefit from that. So Becky, you want to take over and kind of go quickly through the pre-launch game plan?
All right, guys. So now is the time. If you haven't started already, it's time to go live on social media and really announce that you've made the decision to join Diesel Nation and your prospective sponsor. You need to get out there and start sharing. Now, if you need help crafting a post, maybe you're not sure what to say, please reach out to the person that you're going to sign up with so that they can help you create an image that's pretty and clean and that the wording is correct. The next thing that I'm all about, making lists. Make sure that you are creating lists of people and your friends, your families, your coworkers, your dentist, your pharmacist, anybody who you think is going to want information on joining your first group. This is what we do. We start challenge groups. From there, our customers fall in love with the products, and then we convert to coaches. It's creating that belief, like my sister said. So make sure that you have a clear-cut vision on who you want to approach and that you start talking to them right away. Same goes with creating a list of people you want on your team. The conversations need to happen right now. And don't prejudge. This is something that a lot of new coaches do. You think, well, that person's not going to be interested. Well, you really don't know what people have in their head or what they really want to do. So ask the question. Invite them to take a look at what we're doing. Invite them to take a look at Beachbody On Demand, since that's the service that we have available right now. Invite them to take a look at Clean Week next week so that they get a feel for who we are, and send them the information, which leads to commit to your fitness. Right now is the time to start sharing what you're doing as your commitment to your fitness and your nutrition. I understand you don't have Shakeology, but we have the other aspects that go as part of what we do. So start posting about what you're doing and your commitment to your own fitness. Personal development is a huge one. I don't like to read, but I like to listen to audios and I watch videos on YouTube. All of that, the point is to strengthen your mindset, to get a clear vision for what you want, to start your day with positivity. So make time for that. Even if it's 5 to 10 minutes, maybe it's while you're on the train or listening or driving to work. pop in, there's tons of podcasts. Start priming your mind for what's about to happen. People who are in these type of business have to have a very strong desire, and that is backed up by strong minds. And you get that by personal development. The next thing, the basic knowledge of Shakeology. Now, we have tons of resources that we can share with you at this point on objections, on how to manage a conversation in order to bust through Shakeology objections. But it's important for you to not worry about knowing every detail about Shakeology, but more the benefits of it and how to communicate that effectively with your prospects. So if you need those links to those videos and the resources, we have them for you. And establish your business goals. That's really, really important. This is something that I did when I first started as a coach. I didn't really have anyone telling me to set goals. I just knew that I wanted to make $50 a week to help me pay for diapers. And those $50 have turned into something much greater that has really transformed my life. But you have to know what you want to start out. You can't just say, oh, and it's like going on vacation and not having a plan of how you're going to get there, or where you want to go, and how much time you're going to be there. Are you going by plane, by boat, by car? Having a goal allows you to develop an action plan. So start thinking about how much income you would like to earn in your first month, and then think a little bigger. How much would you like to achieve 3 months in, 6 months into the business, and then look further down the line to a year. Having a clear-cut system of goals allows you to keep yourself pushing forward in the business. And the final thing you need to do, again, is invite at least 5 people to our event on Sunday, the 22nd. We want to see you there. We want to help you manage the conversations. We want to get to know your friends and family, and we want to build our culture that very day. So thank you very much, and we're very excited.
We are so excited. Thank you, Becky. So you guys, let's put that back up. If you want to take a screenshot, but we'll share this so that you guys can have this. Obviously, all of this, all these tips that Becky just gave you to do now, talk to your sponsor. Whoever's going to be your sponsor, they can work. If you're like, okay, what is personal development? How do I get started on that? Like, talk to your sponsor and they'll work through it. There's going to be terms that you're not going to understand right now. Talk to your sponsor, and that's it's all about communication back and forth. So I mean, this call was everything. Melissa, you just said that this call was everything. I hope that you guys now have a better sense of what's going to be happening over the course of the next 4 weeks. Hold on, Monica has a question. I don't want to cut her off. When are we to know how much the products will be here in the UK? Oh, it's a really good question. How much are the products going to be?
So the products, so on the week commencing the 2nd of October, we are going to launch an FAQ, which will have the products and the pricing. So all the products and the pricing will be available on during the week of the 2nd of October. I'm not sure if it's the Monday or the Tuesday they're planning to upload that FAQ, but it will be that week.
Okay, perfect.
But one thing I'll just say to you is, if you take a swipe at this, and bear in mind, North Americans and Brits should take a look at this as well. I don't want to take this too long, but there's a 20% sales tax added to all UK prices. So don't look at a price and think, oh, that looks weird. And I'll give you a quick example. Bod standalone right now in the UK is £99. In the US, the annual pass is $99. But actually, £99 including sales tax at 20% is £82.50. £82.50 is roughly, depending on the exchange rate on any given day and what your president says or our prime minister says on any given day that sends the exchange rate flying up or down, but roughly $103, something like that. So we are literally within a hair's breadth of each other in terms of pricing exclusive of sales tax. And that's what you need to make sure you're examining when you look at our pricing as well. So don't look at British pricing and sort of flip out. It's like, oh, that's weird. It includes 20% sales tax, and it always will, because that's the law here.
Sorry, I laughed really loud when you said that. That was funny. So clearly, U.S. coaches, we have a lot to learn as well. So remember, I'm speaking to our U.S. Organization, these are things that we need to learn so that this relationship can be effective. So Okay, I don't want to be on too much longer. We've gone over our time. I want to thank my sister Becky. Thank you for being on and sharing so much. And of course, Thomas, for helping us and giving us so much insight into what's happening in the next couple of weeks. Very helpful. I'll end with this. Number one, we're going to share this recording, okay, so that you guys can share it as well if you feel it's appropriate for you and for your business. Number two, we have opened a Diesel Nation UK Fit Tribe page. So if you want to be in a Facebook group, just sharing your fitness journey and engaging with other Diesel Nation coaches on the fitness side, not necessarily the business side, just the fitness side, make sure you ask your future sponsor to invite you into that group, okay? It's basically a challenge group for our future team so that you guys can feel, kind of learn what we do, the things we post. And I've asked all of our team to help and to share their stories and share their Beachbody transformation so that you can get a feel for our team as well and we can learn from each other. And then third, I will end with this. About 2 years ago, my sister and I sat together and we created a mission statement and a vision for our team for the future. Little did we know that this would be the future that has come to reality, that we are now facing an international expansion. But our logo, and I want to share it, sorry, I keep going back and forth, but our logo says, one team, one dream, one mission. And that is something that is very important to us, that while we all have different goals for our fitness, we all have different goals for our business, that we share in our common interest of, number one, being a family and having that family feel. Number two, sharing in the dream of helping others be better versions of themselves, including ourselves. And number three is spreading the mission of Beachbody, which is to help others achieve healthy and fulfilling lives and to raise the bar of their lives. And we are so honored that in just a few weeks, you'll be joining the Diesel Nation family and growing your own dreams in the UK. So love you guys. Mwah! We will see you in London on the 19th. I can't wait to hug. We're huggers. By the way, we're huggers. My sister and I are Cuban. A lot of us are Cuban. We like to hug and kiss. We'll get the 2-kiss thing down. I'm not sure if you guys do that. Another stupid question. I don't know. But we'll get this. We will get this. And we're really excited to meet you guys. So I will see everybody. Mwah. Thomas, thank you. Becky, thank you. And we'll see everybody later. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.